So today I got to go to the doctor for the first time in the Philippines, and I learned to listen to my Filipina girlfriend a little better because a few days ago, about 5 days ago, my girlfriend felt my forehead and said, "You have a fever." And I kind of blew it off because we'd been outside, been in the sun. I figured, it's just, I'm hot from being out in the sun. I didn't feel like I had a fever. And night before last, my leg and my back was hurting. Could not sleep. And the next morning, yesterday morning, she said that I needed to go to the doctor and have my urine checked. Said I have a UTI. And I said, no, it's just muscle pain, blew it off. And she said, you need to have your urine checked. And I said, all they're going to find my urine is pee pee, making a joke. She didn't think it was too funny, I don't think. And this morning, I got up. My back was hurting, but not my leg, and I wasn't hurting quite as bad, but she still insisted you need to go to the doctor. You have a UTI. And finally, I said, it costs too much. I don't want to waste the money. It's nothing. It's just muscle hurting. And she said, I know somebody there. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. And she kept hounding and hounding us. Finally, okay, I'll go. Took a shower, got dressed. We went to the clinic and come to find out I did have a UTI. They did a blood test and urine test, and the doctor said, you have a UTI, gave me a prescription for antibiotics and Tylenol for pain. But what it was like in the clinic, it was a small building. Of course, no air conditioning, nothing like that. It's nothing like a clinic you'd see in the United States. Uh, Doors wide open and everything. And had a row of plastic chairs. There was about maybe 5, 6 rows of plastic chairs. And we went in, they gave us a number after they took my weight, blood pressure, all that. And the thing about the chairs, first we sat in the back row because all the other chairs were taken. And every time somebody would go in, a lady'd come and have everybody move over one chair. So we did that until it was our turn. We was in the chair closest to the doctor's office. She was in a excuse me, a little room with, her desk, computer, and a couple of plastic chairs. And she'd ring a bell. And if you was in that one set of chairs, it was your turn to go in. When you hear the bell ring, you go in. Now, if it's somebody that already had a blood test or something like that, she'd come out and call their name. And the blood test was a lot different than what I expected. I expected, in like the United States, they pull blood out with a needle and have you pee in a cup or whatever. But what they did, which surprised me, the doctor talked to her first. She said, well, we need to have you have a blood test and urine test, see, if you have whatever you have going on. Went through a little bit of my medical history, the cancer I had, and all that. She asked me a couple of questions. Go into the lab, sit down. I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for him to, you know, get out the vials and pull blood like they do in the United States. And he pulled out two little tubes, little straws about this long, and it said, "Hand me your arm." So I gave him my arm. He said, "No, the other one." So I gave it to him, and he stuck and plucked my finger, and then it sucked the blood into the two little straws. And then gave my girlfriend a little plastic cup about like that, and said, "Fill that about half full." And I didn't have to pay. I'd went before I got there, went to the bathroom, and I filled it about a quarter full, took it back, and said, "This is all I can give. No problem." So we waited. Then the doctor called us back in and gave me the diagnosis. So it was quite a different experience than what you get in the United States. So just wanted to let you know kind of what that was like going to the clinic. We went to a clinic here in the town I'm staying in. It wasn't an emergency room, nothing like that. And while we were sitting there, we had number 28, and my girlfriend told me that there's either 2 or 3 days a week that they take walk-ins, like we walked in, and they do a limit of 30 patients a day on those 3 days or 2 days, whichever it is. So we were 28. There was only two people behind us that could get in that this morning. So that was kind of surprising to me too. I didn't have to call for no appointment, anything like that. We just walked in. That also serves as a birthing center and uh, clinic as well. So a little bit of information on going to the doctor here, and listen to your Filipino. If she says you're sick, you might be sick even though you don't know it. She knew I was sick before I did. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.